happen during this fallout. And then they would have fantasy matches.
Right.
Ric Flair versus Hogan. Oh my God, never ever happened in the planet Earth. Which at that time it didn't. It never did happen back then. Okay? Sting versus the Ultimate Warrior. Oh my God, that'd be the greatest thing. Demolition versus the Road Warriors. Oh my God, you know, Macho Man versus Lex Luger. You know, stuff like that. It's great because you used your brain, dude. It was all about your brain.
Yeah.
You would put that scenario and all those fantasy matchups in your head, and you're like, "Oh, this could happen," you know. And then of course, you go to the back of the magazine and the last page, and it had the you can win your own championship belt by creating your own wrestler. And you get to pick your own move sets, and then you would mail it in. And they would mail you back like 2 months later, telling you where you finished in the tournament. And you know, it would cost you a stamp, but it was always fun. It was like collecting Bazooka Joe comics. It was the same scenario, you know. You collect a whole bunch of comics, you mail it in, you get a stupid little toy. But it was the same idea. I mean, but it kept you surprised. It kept the element of like, wow.
That's why you want to watch.
You know, 2 months later, I mean, you're literally getting a month late news. This is when pay-per-views were 4 times a year. So there was 3 months of build-up, which means there was 2 magazines in between pay-per-views. 2 magazines of absolute build-up with these pay-per-views to go along with your Saturday morning wrestlings with all the promos. That was like, time you got to the pay-per-view, you were like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like just shaking, going, oh, you know, like I'm going Julio. I need TV for my mother. You know, it was. I mean, that's what you were like watching a pay-per-view.
I remember being crazy like that when I was younger.
And then forget it, you lost your goddamn mind once it was on because you'd be beating the shit out of the pillow,
Yep.
your brother, your cousin, your neighbor, whoever was in there.
Imitating
You know,
exactly.
oh hell yeah, you get yelled at by your parents constantly. Get off the recliner, stop jumping off my freaking vanity. You know, like stuff like that. You know, there'd be chips everywhere. Who's knocking over the bowl? That's the way it was. I mean, now you don't need to. You can go to 1,000 websites in a period of 20 minutes and read 1,000 stories, which 988 of them are the same. Gee, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave Meltzer, for ruining wrestling. Yeah, jerk.
A little bit.
If Chris Jericho was here, he'd be like, yeah, idiot. I mean, keep your shit to yourself. If people want your information, let them contact you by email. Stop going online and say, according to my sources, you know, this person's leaving and this person's coming back and blah, blah. And then, boom, they appear on Raw. No surprise. We already knew because Dave Meltzer told us.
Now, he's not the jerk off that said that Vince invested in trying to buy TNA.
Well, I
right?
saw that on Inquisitor. I saw that on New York Newsday.
That's so full of shit.
Like, I saw that on so many. I saw them on credible sites, and I seen them on some BS sites, which means the BS sites did nothing but copy and paste from the credible sites. And I don't believe that for one bit. I don't. I absolutely, positively
There's no reason.
do not believe that Vince McMahon or anybody in the McMahon family or anybody with controlling power of WWE put in a bid for TNA. There's no point of buying TNA to put them out of business when there were absolutely, positively no competition for you. If anything, you should be using them as your minor league pool when you've gotten Austin Aries and Bobby Roode and AJ Styles and all these other wrestlers that came from TNA to WWE. Let them wrestle there. Let them showcase their stuff. If you like them, you take them. Why are you going to buy TNA? No competition. Put them out of business. Put all those superstars out of a job. Pick and select who you want and throw the rest of the wolves back in Indy. That's all you're going to do. There's no point in that. There's absolutely no point in spending millions of dollars to buy TNA, to shut them down when there's no competition for you. WCW, ECW, that made sense. Monday Night Wars. There ain't no Monday Night Wars going on. Ain't no Tuesday Night Wars going on. Nobody is watching Pop once while SmackDown Live is on. So what is the point?
And they'll replay it at 11.
Then what is the point of watching? It makes no sense. Okay, more people listen to our radio show here on a replay than live. Makes sense. Not everybody at 6 o'clock has an opportunity to sit around for an hour and a half.
Well, it's not. There's football.
You know, there's football. There's twice a month. There's pay-per-views.
Yeah.
There's UFC some nights. There's boxing. I mean, there's a lot of crap going on. There's got to get my kid ready for school the next morning. All right, so you know what? I'll listen to it on my drive-in Monday morning, or I'll listen to it on my lunch break, or I'll listen to it on my car ride, or I'll listen to it on my commute to the city. Okay, I got our demographics breakdown this morning for the last 30 days. I was shocked of how many out of country listeners we have. I was baffled.
Do you think that we speak in a different language?
No, we speak
Like, I'm saying, do you think like there's like a translate button?
no. They know it's in English. It says it on our page. So they'll only click on it if they know the language.
How many different countries?
It had to be over 1%, over 0.1%. Let's check it out.
It's over roughly like 7.
What's that? No, we're over that.
More than 7 different countries?
Yeah.
People know me and you?
Yeah. Scary.
That's funny. We're not buying TNA.
No.
You think though Vince did buy TNA, they a nicer venue than normal?
No, you'd close it. There's no point of him buying it to keep it open.
Exactly. You wouldn't buy something to close on it, right?
Yeah, that's what he did with WCW and ECW.
Yeah, but he brought people over. And
Yeah, but not all of them. Look how long it took for Sting to get here. That's the way business
he got a
happens.
real good amount. And he incorporated the invasion storyline with that.
Yeah.
Smart. Smart idea.
Okay, let's make sure. See if
We started jumping ship before WCW went out. I guess it's going to be new.
here we go. Had to bring up a few more. Alright, here we go. The last 30 days. This is our sources. Our sources of how people listen to the show are as follows. Spreaker website, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Weebly.com, Spreaker Android, Spreaker iPhone, Twitter, Spreaker iPad, Blogspot, iPhone, Spreaker iPad Touch, and other.
How do you listen to us on iHeartRadio?
Well, one of our shows right now is on iHeartRadio.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Okay, Spreaker website is used 67.7% of the time. iHeartRadio is 10.4. YouTube is 6.6. Weebly is 4.5. Spreaker Android is at 3.5. Spreaker iPhone is at 3. Twitter is 1.8. Spreaker iPad is 1.4. Others at 1. And then Blogspot, iPhone, and iPod Touch is at 0.1. Okay, our geolocations. 94.9% of our listeners live in the United States. United Kingdom is at 2.3. Australia is at 1. Canada, 0.7. Germany, 0.4. New Zealand, Spain, Finland, and Japan, 0.1.
Wow.
Yes. Our top cities. Staten Island, New York, 5.4% of our
Hometown,
listeners.
baby.
Emos, Pennsylvania comes in second, 4.3. Edison, New Jersey at 4%. Menlo Park, California, 4%. Midland Park, New Jersey, 3.6. La Crosse, Wisconsin, 3.6. Newark, New Jersey, 3.4. Summit, New Jersey, 3.1. Jonesboro, Arkansas, 2.9. And Potomac, Maryland, 2.7. Okay, there's obviously more because it's only at 2.7, but this is the one that they give me during my email. That's real quick. And most of our downloads are done through Spreaker. So, we're out there. People know what we're doing. Like, people know what we're doing. They think we know what we're doing. Let's see. All right, let's get back.
It would be cool to get a caller, one of our fans from a different country.
The problem with that is that we would have to add international calling to our switchboard. So, they can Skype us. They can. Just the time difference might be a problem. We're doing a 7:11 right now, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the UK, it's 13 hours difference. So,
it's about 8 a.m.
yeah, something like that. So, we can do something like a pre-recorded interview, but I would have to wake up at some crazy hour to do it. So,
You're up anyway.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Moving on. Seth Rollins taking on Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. I'm guessing that's the main event.
Better be. Who the hell knows nowadays?
Roman Reigns taking on Rusev for the United States Championship. That's it.
Give it to Roman.
That's it. 5 matches. That's all that's been announced.
I mean, isn't this a joint pay-per-view?
No, this is the Raw.
So only the titles on Raw.
Yep. Not announced yet.
I thought it was Gallows and Manson versus New Day.
Not announced yet.
Hasn't been announced
Not
yet?
yet.
I thought they announced that past Monday.
Not according to Bleacher Report. And they're pretty current.
They be off that now.
September 17th, this was updated. That's well today. That is yesterday. So, 5. They said every title is going to be up, so obviously that title will be up for grabs.
So wait, the 5 you got Enzo and FNL, right?
Well, we got
Or the tag
the
match.
tag match,
You got the women's match.
women's match.
You got the Universal Championship. You got this match. You got Cesaro and Sheamus. That's all you got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which Cesaro and Sheamus is going to be a pre-show match. So right now you got 4 on the main show. 5 if you assume that New Day will be taking on Gallows and Anderson of the club.
Well, Dallas makes the fun.
Okay.
Hey, he's got this new gimmick he's trying out. The Angry Bow.
The overly aggressive Bo Dallas. Vote Bo.
I like it.
Yeah, it's garbage.
And it's better than it being a happy-go-lucky, ring around the rosy type of wrestler.
What, you like the victory lap?
It's cool, but it's just the whole, his presentation of himself, the way he speaks.
Well, here's the problem. Right? They
It's
can't.
like he's talking to a kindergarten class.
They're not going to make him. They're not going to job him out because they got Jobber Mahal now, who's back. So